Hey, check this out. Pretty cool, right? I could take nice photos for you if you go with me. Plus, you get to feed eagles and see fireflies. So I was persuaded in the end, but he didn't tell me about the travel time. It was a 6-hour bus ride. The expected ride was supposed to take 4 hours. But this was not including all the jams and all the breaks we took in between, so of course, it took 6 hours. The journey started at 11 PM and I reached the town at 8 AM. But to make up for lost time, we headed straight to the jetty for our Sky Mirror tour.
NANI?!
The last thing I expected was so many tourists. No, seriously, look at this. We had to wait for the guide to set up and the queue to take a photo was so long. Fortunately, I had something to occupy myself with. Yes, indeed, I brought a dress to change into. Please note there are no changing room on the seabed. It takes skills, precision, one might even say raw talent, and also a friend to hold your back and take nice photos. While waiting for the rest of the group to finish their own photoshoot, I started exploring the seabed and its extensive aquatic life. More like dragged into it because my friend Raghu is a little more adventurous with said aquatic life.
You can hold it.
No, I don't want to hold it. Yeah, but all the more reason not to hold it. This will be an important fact for the story later. But I'm glad he did. We got to see a pearly sea anemone. Wait. Well, partially anyway. And appropriately, this is where we're having lunch.
Hey, I hope we get to eat crab.
No, unfortunately, no crab. But there were a lot of prawns and clams. And a fish. After lunch, we took a tramp up Bukit Malawati to visit the District Museum, Malawati Fort and the lighthouse. But nobody told me about the number of monkeys there were. Silvered leaf monkeys and long-tailed macaques to be exact. They were surprisingly docile, not like the monkeys back home.
Hello, what are you doing here?
Okay! As someone who's been traumatized by monkeys, this is a very scary place. Many tourists also paid to feed these cheeky monkeys. I did too after Raghu's encouragement. Unfortunately, he wasn't too interested. Unlike Raghu, the monkey whisperer. What do you have against me? I then found the courage to take a whiffy with one of them, who promptly burped into my face. One does not know what a foul stench is till one smells a monkey's burp. If you make it past the group of ravenous monkeys and their many landmines, the museum holds a lot of interesting artifacts. Though a bit creepy, one of the guards also told me that the place was super haunted. Okay, we're gonna catch the tram and head back down. But we did visit a monkey temple on the way back. Maybe I can pray for less monkey incidents.
Back at the hotel.
Okay, I know it's small, but at this point I was so tired and delirious that this looked like the pinnacle of comfort traveling. You would think we would take a break and relax.
No, it's off to our next adventure. Every minute, every second counts.
There's no rest for a traveller. Even if that said traveller is really bad at cycling.
No.
We decided to rent a bike and go to town. I'm sorry, like I'm very tense now because I'm cycling on the road with cars. I fear for my life. Oh my, is there a car behind me? Oh my god, there's a car behind me. This is the cafe we decided to go to. That was worth the perilous cycle here. Because like this building, right, is a legacy of the British. You can see it's very colonial style. So I really wonder what the interior of the cafe will look like.
We have a cat here. Hello. Oh, nice. So affectionate.
After getting some floor therapy and a cup of iced chocolate, we moved off to explore the murals around the town. and cats. And finally, we ended off the trip with another iced chocolate. Pretty productive side quest if you ask me. Speaking of quest, it's time to get back to our main one. The next part of our tour, eagle feeding. Now remember when I heard eagle feeding, I pictured this. But what the brochure actually meant, it's a little far, just a little. But you know what? I made the best of it. At least dinner was really bomb, so it made up for the small gap. The small gap in expectation. Okay, after dinner, and now we're heading back to the jetty and see some fireflies. So in my head, I was thinking the eagle feeding was so bad. There's no way the fireflies would be as bad. After all, Kampong Kuantan is well known for its fireflies. In fact, firefly tourism in the area began in the early 1970s. So there is no way that it looks like a bunch of Christmas lights that are dying Christmas lights is what I got. It's like somebody snuck into the swamp in the middle of the day and hung up a couple of dying fairy lights. A little unfortunate. Okay, so we just came back from the firefly tour. But if it's any constellation, at least you can see the flies here. It's not fireflies, but it's flies. It's late and I have to wake up at 7, so good night. Good morning. Okay, we're late already, so we need to faster get up and go to the bus. And then we're gonna make our way to the north of Malaysia, like further north. And then we're gonna see some rice paddy fields. And then we're gonna turn back and head back to Singapore. But first, a pit stop to Sekinchan Wishing Tree. Okay, so we are here at the wishing tree. Basically, how you make a wish is you write on a piece of red ribbon your wish and you throw it up on the tree. And if it lands, your wish is gonna come true. Maybe I write English and Chinese. Dual language for a tree to understand. I wrote Chinese, English, and also I drew some emojis in case the tree does not understand English Chinese. And then at least you can see like the images. Since we had some extra time after our wish-making activities, we also visited Redang Sekinchan beach, which was just opposite the wishing tree. There are ridiculous amount of shells here. So excuse me while I go do a little shell picking. I have my little seashell bundle here. Right here. Now you see this? This will be very important to the plot later. So just remember this little ball of tissue that Ragu gave me. Wrapped it up for safety. Next, our bus took us to what I assume to be a famous fishball place. After all, Sekinchan is also known to be a fishing village, but I was too distracted by the birds outside the fishball shop. Maybe they're all waiting for their chance to grab some leftover fish balls? Anyway, the area is also known to be a shelter for migratory birds due to the location of Sekinchan facing the Malacca Strait and in the middle of the South China Sea and Java Island, so there are many migratory birds, such as the heron. After the rest of my group was done guzzling down their share of fish balls, our guide took us to quench our thirst at this mango smoothie place. Very thick, very nice. I don't know what kind of magic mangoes they put in this smoothie, but it was the best goddamn smoothie I've ever had. Mango king indeed. And finally, we made a stop at the famous rice fields of Sekinchan. We even got to visit a rice factory and see how rice grains were produced. Here's a clip of me standing on the machine they used to weigh trucks of rice and realizing I'm currently 60 kg. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking so many mango shakes. And that was pretty much my trip to Kuala Selangor. Another successful trip. Do you remember this spot of tissue which I said was important to the plot? Well, I was washing my seashells that I got from Sekinchan beach. I found out I brought back a little eldritch terror. Look at it! Look at the size of it! It's so big! The moral of the story, kids, is to always double check your seashells. Always.